What's been like your experience playing this character? How does that make you feel?
Oh, it has made me feel so many things. Uh, it's been really exciting, I think. Overall, it was really interesting it's a new process for me watching the cartoon with an eye for I'm gonna be doing that.
Yeah.
So, with my previous projects, the previous series I did, Council of Dads, was based on a book. However, my character it was kind of based on it as opposed to imitating a character from it because my character wasn't in a book because it's new. So when you got new material, you have no expectations, regarding that, and you're not really trying to be somebody or trying to imitate somebody else's work. For
Mhm.
this, I wouldn't say I'm necessarily trying to imitate Cricket's work, Cricket, who voiced the original May, but I would say that I'm trying to take some of what she did, especially in terms of her voice and the demeanor of the way the character was drawn, and I'm trying to bring that to life in a way that still feels grounded in reality and very real for me. And that was really, really fun.
How did you like approach it? You mentioned the voice. People want to know like how did you approach what was the process like finding the voice of my
A lot of sounding really odd, like like trying to get my voice. Like I feel like right now my voice is a little bit raspier from the yelling I've been doing. Don't worry, guys. It's just yeah, don't worry. But yeah, I feel like her voice has like that rasp to it, and it's also placed a little bit lower. So I knew I wanted to bring my voice down because, especially when I'm excited, my pitch goes up.
Hmm.
But being a singer, we play with pitch and range a lot, and uh, I felt pretty comfortable in my lower ranges, especially now. But yeah, lowering that pitch, bringing a little bit more air into that, like so it can get like a breathier sound, and then introducing some like the rasp into it. I think that was really like kind of a concoction, if that makes sense. And and yeah, I think it was playing around with it a bit because I know a lot of the other actors as well. You have to be able to do the voice while also making it feel natural for you.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're just so focused on of doing a voice and trying to imitate somebody else that you lose yourself in that and you can't really be present while you're filming the scene, and that really just takes away from everything.
Hmm. I don't want to talk too many spoilers, because people are still watching the series, but we have a couple
Yeah.
scenes. We have a couple scenes with you with a little knife flip and everything. How did you learn that? Or before going on set, did you have like any like tell us about the process with that?
So I have martial arts experience. However, I'm not experienced with weapons in particular.
Okay.
So when I got there, I was very upfront with them. Like, I do not know how to handle weapons. Like, my dad collects knives, but I am not throwing them at people. So, what's what are we gonna do here? And the wonderful stunt training team was like, "Oh no, we got you covered." So they taught me how to do that knife flip. It was really fast. Like it was about like 15 minutes before we started shooting. And I was
Wow.
like, guys, I need somebody help me. And so they taught me that, and they're like, if you can't do it, that's fine. We're just not gonna have a knife flip or anything of the sort in this episode. And I was like, no, 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 I really want to do something with my knives just because it's such a large part of her character, and it just speaks so much to her story. Even if we don't get a lot of scenes and stuff like that, I think that's a really crucial part to include. So he was like, okay, okay, I can figure something out. And so we were just standing there, we were watching them set up the cameras. I'm like, okay, quick, 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 I have to learn how to do this. And I was just practicing over and over again. I'm like, okay. And I was really nervous when I got on to the volume. I stepped into the volume and I was like, okay, I have to deliver my lines, do that correctly, and then I have to make this knife flip look at least somewhat natural. And um, yeah, I mean, it worked out. So I'm grateful for that. And
Hmm.
thank you to the camera people, the stunt team, and everybody else for making that look good.
So I believe in the animation, your character, we don't see her till like the second season of that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you're right away into the first season of this. If we see
Yeah.
a season two, do you hope you get more fighting scenes now in season two?
Oh my gosh, yes. I'm looking so forward to those fighting scenes because originally in this season we had a fighting scene, although it was not like yeah, it's not like a crucial part of the plot, so you guys are not missing anything.
Yeah.
But um, we had a little fighting scene, and it was kind of like a practice scene where you see me and the girls, we're just training, and
Mm.
that was super super fun, and we got to go to stunt training for that, and I want to do more stuff like that because it really was fun. And we had our stunt doubles, and I think because of the nature of our clothing as well, that was an adjustment. We have like those pointed boots, and we have layers and layers of clothing. So like learning how to move in that was really interesting because that was really different from stunt training. We're like, okay, we got this down. And they're like, oh no, you've got to do it in the clothing, in character, and all of this stuff. We're like, okay, okay, it's a really fun challenge.
Mm.